I'm Evan, half asleep, peeking through my blinds at midnight. Moon thin, air sticky, when I spot Marla creeping along my trench, flashlight bouncing, bolt cutters gleaming. HOA Karen is poking my drawbridge. Yep, a real medieval bridge I built to trap her SUV, looking to slash the ropes and sabotage me. I grab my phone, hit record, heart racing, grin wide, and call out, "Looking for something, Marla?" She spins, nearly falls in, caught red-handed, hoodie flapping. "Just checking this hazard," she lies, but I got her on cam, trespassing, scheming. What's she planning next? How's this driveway war end? Smash that like button. Let's hit 19 likes for this video, cause your love keeps us rolling. Marla's about to crash. Don't miss it. The sun was just creeping up over Lakeland, Florida, painting my little brick house in soft pinks as I shuffled out with my coffee, steam curling up in the cool morning air. I'd slept good, dreams of grilling steaks, maybe a quiet weekend ahead, and all I wanted was to sip slow, watch the neighborhood wake up. My driveway stretched out in front of me. Plain concrete, nothing fancy but mine, leading to the garage where my old pickup sat waiting. Except it wasn't waiting today. A shiny black luxury SUV, Marla's, sprawled across it, nose kissing my grass, tail blocking me out. I stopped mid-sip, mug warm in my hands, staring. She'd done it again. It started a couple weeks back. First time I saw her SUV there, I figured it was a fluke, new neighbor, maybe a mix-up. Marla lived next door. White House, ferns dripping off her porch, HOA president with a clipboard glued to her hip. She'd wave it off then, tight smile, blonde hair bouncing short. "Just a quick stop, had a delivery." I nodded, let it slide. No point in stirring the pot over one dumb park. But then it kept happening once, twice every damn morning. She'd park, strut off, leave me idling on the street till she felt like moving it. I bite my lip, park elsewhere, love my groceries in, peace over pride. I'm not the guy who picks fights. But this was a pattern. Today the street was still, birds chirping, dew glinting, except for that SUV, bold as a billboard, claiming my spot. I set my mug on the porch rail, steam fading, and walked over to her door, paint pristine, not a chip. Knocked twice, firm. Marla cracked it open, red blouse sharp, coffee in hand, tilting her head like I'd interrupted her royal breakfast. "Morning, Evan," she chirped, voice sweet as syrup, eyes glinting. "What's up?" I nodded at my driveway. "Your car's blocking me, again." She blinked, slow, like I'd puzzled her. "Oh, that. HOA business, complaints about your driveway." I frowned, coffee souring in my gut. "Complaints? From who?" She waved a hand, nails flashing. "Confidential, but it's not up to code, board's reviewing. Gotta keep my car there till it's settled." I stared, waiting for the joke. My driveway, flat, cracked, normal, breaking rules? "That's ridiculous," I said, keeping it steady. "Nothing's wrong with it." She smirked, inspecting her coffee. "HOA's call, Evan. No towing it either. That's harassment. Rules." She shut the door, click, leaving me blinking at her perfect paint, steam rising off me now. I trudged back, mug cold on the rail. She wasn't joking. Her SUV squatted there, smug like it owned me. Next day, same deal. Rolled up from the store, her car parked dead center. Left a note, "Please move," under her wiper. Gone by morning, SUV still there. Knocked again, no answer. She was dodging me, betting I'd cave. Quiet Evan, no trouble. Then the fines hit. HOA letters in my mailbox. Driveway maintenance neglected. Neglected? She'd blocked it. How was I supposed to use it? $50, then 100, fresh threats daily, her handwriting all over them. Friday sealed it. Long day, groceries thumping in my truck, pulled up to her SUV sprawled across my drive. No shame. I parked on the street, fuming, bags heavy in my arms. Enough. She thought I'd roll over. Nice guy who grills and shuts up. She didn't know I'd spent years fixing problems, leaky faucets, broken rules, without a fuss. I dropped my bags inside, grabbed my laptop, coffee cold now, and started digging. Zoning laws, property codes. Hours later, I found it. Security modifications allowed on private land. Temporary structures okay. A loophole, legal tight. I grinned slow. Marla wanted war? I'd build a damn castle, and she'd never see it coming. The next morning, I woke to the soft hum of Lakeland waking up, birds chirping outside my window, coffee brewing sharp in the kitchen. Yesterday's discovery still buzzed in my head, that zoning loophole my ticket out of Marla's driveway blockade. Her black SUV sat there again, parked bold across my concrete, nose kissing my grass, like a smug guard dog she'd sicked on me. I sipped my coffee, mug warm against my palms, staring out the blinds. She'd find me again. Another letter in the mailbox last night. $1.75 for driveway neglect. Ironic, since her car was the reason I couldn't touch it. Marla thought she'd box me in. HOA queen with her rules and clipboard. She didn't know I'd found a way to box her right back. I didn't waste time. By noon, I'd rented an excavator, big, yellow, rumbling like a beast, parked it down the street where she wouldn't spot it. Called up a couple construction buddies, guys I'd grilled steaks with, offered cash and a story they'd laugh about later. I need a trench, I told them, leaning on my porch rail, coffee, swap for water. Deep, 4 feet, wide enough no car can cross. Around my driveway. They blinked, then grinned, half thinking I'd lost it. Like a moat? One asked, wiping sweat off his brow. Exactly, I said, smirking. Legal security measure. City's cool with it. They shrugged, money talked, and by afternoon, the excavator roared to life, chewing dirt along my property line. The noise hit first, low growl of the machine, earth splitting open, drawing curtains twitching down the street. I stood back, arms crossed, watching dirt pile up, the trench taking shape, jagged, raw scar around my driveway. Marla's SUV sat trapped inside, boxed in by her own arrogance, tires sinking slightly as the ground shifted. Took all day, sun climbing hot, then dipping low, till it was done. A 4-foot deep, 6-foot wide moat circling my concrete, her car stranded dead center. The guys wiped dust off their hands, laughing. Never built a castle before. Evan, good luck with the queen. I waved them off, grinning, step one nailed. Next morning, I was up early, coffee steaming, blinds cracked, waiting. Marla stormed out at 7 sharp, red blouse loud as a siren, blonde hair short and bouncing, freezing when she saw it. Her SUV, shiny proud, sat marooned, a black island in my trench. She stood at the edge, hands on hips, jaw dropping like a trapdoor. Then the shriek came, high wild banshee loud. What the hell is this? I stepped onto my porch, mug in hand, casual as Sunday. Morning, Marla. Security upgrade. HOA loves those, right? Her face went red, fire hydrant red, eyes bulging like she'd choke on her own rage. You can't just dig a hole around my car. Sure I can, I said, sipping slow, voice steady. My property, my rules. Zoning says it's fine. City permits filed. Check it if you want. I pulled a printout from my pocket, crisp, official, waving it just enough to catch her eye. She sputtered, hands flailing. This is illegal. You'll regret this. Then stomped closer, peering into the trench, dirt crumbling under her sneakers. You refuse to move, I added, shrugging. So I built around you, problem solved. Her eyes twitched, brain short-circuiting. Then she jabbed a finger at me. The HOA won't stand for this. I'll bury you in fines. I grinned slow. Guess we'll see. She stormed off, phone out, dialing fast. Probably her HOA cronies or some inspector she'd bully. I leaned on the rail, coffee cooling, watching her pace her porch, voice cutting the air. Didn't faze me. Hours of research, lawyer friends nod. I was airtight. Neighbors peeked out, Glenn 2 doors down gawking, Mrs. Patel across the way hiding a smile. Word spread quick, text pinged. Marla stuck your trench? I grinned, sipping again. She'd parked there for weeks, smirking, fining, daring me. Thought I'd bend, quiet Evan, no fight. Didn't count on me digging in literally. By noon, an inspector rolled up, city badge gleaming, clipboard in hand. Marla trailing him, red blouse flapping, smug again. He circled the trench, scribbled notes, me watching calm, permit ready. Temporary security barrier? He asked, glancing up. Yep, I said, handing it over. All legal, check the code. He skimmed, nodded. Looks good. and drove off, leaving Marla gaping. She hissed, "This isn't over," and stomped away. I smirked, trench gleaming in the sun. She wanted war. I just raised the stakes. Next up, a drawbridge. Marla's rain was about to hit a wall or fall in a hole. The sun peeked over Lakeland's rooftops, casting long shadows across my yard as I sipped coffee on the porch, steam curling up in a morning chill. The trench gleamed, 4 feet deep, a raw moat hugging my driveway. Marla's black SUV still stranded inside, tires kissing dirt where she'd left it. Yesterday's showdown lingered. Her shrieks, that red face, her threats bouncing off my zoning win. She'd stormed off, phone glued to her ear, plotting her comeback. HOA Queen didn't fold easy. I smirked, mug warm in my hands. She thought fines and bluster would break me. Didn't know I'd spent all night sketching phase 2, a drawbridge to lock her out for good. I hit the ground running, called a hardware guy I knew, grab reinforced wood, metal hinges, thick rope. Nothing fancy, just sturdy. Hired 2 contractors, gruff types who'd built decks for me. Laid out the plan over cold beers on my porch. Trench is step 1, I said, pointing at the moat. Now I need a bridge, medieval style, pulley system, raise and lower when I want. They laughed, low rough, like I'd pitched a prank. Serious, one asked, wiping foam off his lip. Dead serious, I grinned. Legal, temporary structure. Marla's car's stuck. Let's keep it that way. They nodded. Cash sealed it. And by noon, saws buzzed, hammers clanged, with dust swirling as the bridge took shape. It was simple. Wide planks bolted tight, hinges sunk deep, ropes looped through a pulley-eyed rig to my garage. Took 2 days, sweat, splinters, the street humming with noise, till it stood, a rugged wooden drawbridge, creaking as I tested it, pulling ropes to lift it high. Marla's SUV sat trapped below, black, shiny, useless, boxed in by my moat, no way out till I dropped the bridge. I stood back, hands dusty, grinning wide, castle vibes in suburbia. Neighbors gawked, Glenn snapping pics, Mrs. Patel whispering over her fence. Text pinged, "You're nuts, Evan, love it." I laughed, step 2 locked in. Marla hit back fast. Day 3, she stormed out, red blouse blazing, blonde hair short and wild, screaming before her feet hit my grass. "This is insane," she bellowed, arms flailing at the bridge, now raised high. A drawbridge? In a neighborhood? I lean on my rail, coffee fresh, calm as dawn. Security feature. HOA encourages those, right? Keeps my driveway safe. Her face twisted, redder than her shirt, eyes popping. "You can't have a fortress here." "My car's stuck." I shrugged, sipping slow. "You parked it there, been asking you to move for weeks. Built around it. Your call." She screeched, sharp, unhinged, "I'll sue. City'll shut this down." She tried hard. City inspector rolled up that afternoon, badge glinting, clipboard out, Marla trailing, smug again, red blouse flapping like a flag. He paced the trench, eyed the bridge, me watching permit in hand. "Temporary structure?" he asked, squinting up. "Yep," I said, handing over papers, zoning code highlighted crisp. "Security mod, all legal." He skimmed, grunted, "Checks out," and drove off, Marla's jaw dropping like a stone. She spun on me. "This isn't over," and stomped off, dialing fast. I grinned. Her bluster was dust now. But she didn't stop. HOA emails hit. Unauthorized modifications, $200 fine. Then, unsightly structure, $150. Laughable. My bridge was legal, her car the eyesore. Night fell, moon thin, air sticky when I caught her. Rustling woke me, soft, sneaky, peeked through blinds to see Marla creeping along my trench, flashlight dancing, black hoodie hiding her red blouse. She poked the bridge ropes, bolt cutters glinting, testing for a cut. I grabbed my phone, hit record, heart thumping, grin spreading. "Looking for something, Marla?" I called, voice cutting the dark. She whirled, nearly tumbling in, flashlight swinging wild. "Just checking this hazard," she snapped, voice high. "Trespassing's the hazard," I said, zooming in. "Got you on cam. Lawyer love this. Internet too." Her face drained, pale under the beam. Then she bolted, hoodie flapping, back to her house. Morning buzzed, neighbors whispering, "Marla's sneaking?" As I saved the clip, she dared me. Parked, fined, now sabotaged. Thinking I'd buckle. Didn't know I'd taught myself patience fixing leaks, bending rules quiet-like. Bridge stood tall, ropes intact, her SUV trapped, my moat holding strong. She'd escalate, fines lies, but I had proof now, and a plan brewing. Marla's reign was teetering, HOA throne wobbling, and I was just getting started. Next move was hers, if she dared. The sun burned high over Lakeland, baking my trench into a dusty scar as I leaned on my porch rail, coffee cooling in my hand. The drawbridge stood proud, wood creaking, ropes taut. Marla's black SUV still trapped below, a shiny prisoner in my moat. Last night's clip, her sneaking, bolt cutters glinting, sat safe on my phone, a quiet bomb I hadn't dropped yet. She'd gone dark since, curtains shut, porch empty, no shrieks, no fines. I sipped slow, smirking, thought she'd finally learned. HOA, queen out of moves. Then a crash split the night, loud, sharp, jerking me awake, heart hammering. I bolted to the window, flipped the lights, my stomach sank. The drawbridge lay half collapsed, ropes slashed, planks cracked. Marla's work, no doubt. I grabbed my phone, security cam rolling, and rewound. There she was, black hoodie, blonde hair peeking out, slipping along the trench at midnight, bolt cutters flashing. She'd hacked the ropes, vicious, quick, bridge crashing into the moat, her scurrying off like a rat. I grinned, caught again, saved the clip, adrenaline buzzing. Cops were next, dialed fast, voice steady. Trespassing, property damage, got it on video. They rolled up, lights flashing lazy. Knocked on Marla's door till she cracked it, red blouse peeking under her hoodie, face pale. "He's harassing me," she screeched, finger jabbing my way. Officer glanced at my footage, her cutting, bridge falling, then at her. "Ma'am, you're on his land. Bolt cutters aren't HOA tools." They cuffed her, screaming, flailing, stuffed her in the cruiser. I watched, coffee cold now, satisfaction warm in my chest. Neighborhood exploded. Morning brought whispers, stares, Glenn texting. "Cops got Marla." Mrs. Patel saw the lights. "Your bridge?" I grinned, sipping fresh brew, word spread fast. She'd ruled with fines, grass length, shutter shades, till I'd flipped her game. But she didn't quit. Out on bail by noon, red blouse blazing, storming my porch. "You'll pay," she hissed, close enough I smelled her perfume, floral sharp. "Trench, bridge illegal. HOA'll bury you." I leaned back, calm. "Cops like my video. Lawyer will too. Keep coming, Marla. Dig your hole deeper." She froze, eyes twitching, then stomped off, muttering lawsuits. I smirked. Her throne was crumbling, and she knew it. She pivoted. Fines tripled overnight. Unauthorized structure, $300. Noise complaint, $200. Bullshit from her loyalists clutching her coattails. HOA emails blasted. Community hazard. Remove immediately. Her last swing. I laughed, legal paper stacked, cam clips saved. Her rules couldn't touch me. Then the emergency HOA meeting hit. Marla's Hail Mary called to address violations. I walked in, jeans loose, folder thick, front row, facing her. She sat at the head, red blouse crisp, blonde hair tight, smirk wide, thinking she'd win. Evans' modifications break standards, she declared, voice cutting. Remove them, or legal action. Board nodded, her puppets, till I stood, slow, folder thumping the table. Violations, I said, voice even flipping it open. Let's talk yours, fraudulent fines. HOA fund misuse, $500 trips, offshore accounts, intimidation logs. I slid receipts, crisp, damning, across the wood. Her smirk vanished, face draining white, board shifting, eyes darting. You're lying, she hissed, hands trembling. Proof's here, I said, tapping the pile. Take it to court, or the cops. Silence, thick, heavy. Then Glenn spoke up. She fined my grass, $100, fake rules. Mrs. Patel, my roses, $75. Marla's rein cracked. Board turned. Murmurs rising. A vote. Quick, brutal. She was out. HOA president no more. She sat, stunned, red blouse limp, power gone. Next day, cops dug deeper. My folder sparked it. Raided her place, hauled her SUV away. Not my toe, there's. Fraud charges piled. Years of skimming exposed. She glared from her porch. Moving truck rumbling. Then vanished, tail tucked. Neighbors cheered. Banners popped. Free at last. Her house sold cheap, a stain no one wanted. I fixed the bridge. Ropes new, planks solid. Lowered it slow, grinning. Marla parked on my life. Thought I'd bend. Didn't count on a trench, a bridge, a quiet guy with receipts. Her kingdom fell, public loud, and I hadn't even raised my voice. Peace rolled in, sweet, hard one, and my driveway gleamed, hers just a memory. Dusk draped Lakeland in a soft purple haze, the sun dipping low as I fired up the grill, steaks sizzling, smoke curling up into the cooling air. My trench stretched out, 4 feet deep, a rugged moat guarding my driveway. Drawbridge fixed now, ropes thick, planks sturdy, gleaming in the fading light. Marla's black SUV was long gone, hauled off by cops, not me. Her house dark across the street, for sale sign stabbed crooked in her lawn. A week had passed since her HOA throne cracked, since I'd dropped that folder, watched her rain crumble in front of the board. I leaned on my rail, beer cold in my hand, grinning slow, peace settling in like an old friend. She didn't go quiet. After the meeting, Marla tried one last swing. Anonymous calls to the city, claiming my trench was unpermitted. Inspector rolled up, clipboard out, brow furrowed. Paced the moat, eyed the bridge. I handed over my permit, crisp, legal, sipping coffee while he nodded. All good, he muttered, driving off. Then fake complaints hit. Neighbors texting. She's saying your bridge creaks at night. Noise violation. I laughed. Marla's ghost rattling chains, desperate. But her biggest flop came late. Woke to a crash, heart pounding, flipped the lights. Bridge ropes dangled. Cut clean, planks tilted into the trench. Cam caught her, black hoodie, bolt cutters, third strike. Cops drag her off again, trespassing, damage, her screams fading down the street. That broke her. Investigation snowballed. My folder cracked her shell. Cops found years of skimmed HOA cash, trips to Cabo, designer bags, offshore accounts fat with fines. Neighbors spilled, Glenn. She nailed me for a crooked mailbox, $1.50. Mrs. Patel, my roses, $1.75, pure spite. Marla's petty empire, built on threats and clipped grass, collapsed loud. HOA board dissolved, emergency vote, unanimous. No one wanted her rules anymore. Her house sat, price slashed, buyers dodging the tyrant's den, till she sold cheap, moving truck rumbling out under a gray dawn. She glared, red blouse faded, then vanished, no wave, no fight left. I raised my coffee, silent toast, her shadow gone. Street shifted fast, folks exhaled free. Glenn hauled a cooler over. Evan, you're a damn legend. Grills on me. Mrs. Patel dropped cookies. No more Rose Patrol. Bless you. People I'd barely nodded to stopped by. Smiles real, fences open, thanking me for toppling her. Banners popped. Free at last. Kids biking wild. No clipboard looming. Online it blew up. Clips of the trench, bridge, Marla's midnight bust. Viral gold. HOA Slayer. Comments cheered. Thousands. Some offering to fund my next moat. News vans rolled in. Lakeland Man's medieval stand. My phone buzzing with interview pings. I grinned. Quiet Evan State guy now, a folk hero. I rebuilt the bridge, stronger, permanent, ropes thick, pulley smooth. Lowered it slow, creak echoing proud. New folks moved in. Young couple, kid with a soccer ball, waved shy. Heard about the castle. Can we see? I laughed. Anytime. Their giggles bouncing as the kid dubbed it Fort Evan. Plaque went up, small, brass, nailed by the trench, in memory of HOA tyranny. Neighbors loved it. Conversation starter over beers. Marla drooled with a smirk. Thought I'd cave. Didn't count on a guy who'd rather dig than grovel. She'd parked on my piece, find my grass, till I flipped her game with dirt and wood. One night, grilling steaks, smoke thick, stars popping, I caught Glenn leaning on his fence, beer in hand. Always figured someone'd take her down, he said, voice low, dusk painting his grin. But a trench? Drawbridge? You're nuts. Work, though. I flipped a steak, laughing. Sometimes you gotta get weird to win. He nodded. Place feels alive now, no queen, no crap. I glanced at my driveway. Concrete cracked, but clear. Moat glinting, bridge steady. Yeah, I said, sipping my beer. Home's home again. Marla landed somewhere. Rumors said she's finding shrubs across town. But here, we're done. Kids climb my bridge. Neighbors grill without fear. Street's ours. She dared me. Thought her HOA badge was armor, till I dug in, pulled ropes, and let her fall. Took a trench, a bridge, some clips, quiet guy stuff, to dethrone her loud. My steak smoked, my lawn greened. Peace hit hard, earned sweet. Marla's a legend too, cautionary kind. Proof karma's got a pulley, and it drops fast. I stood by the grill, beer sweating, dusk wrapping tight. Fort Evans standing tall, driveway mine, Lakeland free. Twilight hugged, Lakeland tight. Grill smoke drifting as I stood by my trench. Drawbridge steady, Marla's SUV a faded memory. Her house sat empty, sold cheap. Her HOA crowned dust. After I dug in, raised the bridge, and dropped her rain with a folder and a cam. She'd parked on my piece, find my grass, till I turned her rules into rubble. Neighbors wave now. No fines, just freedom. My moat a local legend. Marla glared as she left. Red blouse limp. Power gone. Lesson learned. Don't let anyone stake your space, physical or not. Dig your trench. Quiet, smart, stand firm when they push. Marla thought I'd bend. I built instead and won. You've got your own Marla. Don't wait. Raise your bridge. Hold your ground. Peace hits sweeter when you fight for it. Grill's on. Stakes are proof.